The list of who yoga is for is actually longer than who it's not for, because really yoga is for everyone. What my focus is to allow everyone a way in to the teachings.
Yoga's out of reach of a lot of folks just because of the nature of poverty in our society. Those that make $10 an hour are really unlikely to go to a yoga class that maybe costs $20.
So there's like a duality in yoga where there's this thin white ideal and then there's this fat black difference, right? That we have this real fat phobia in our community.
Some yoga, not all, but some yoga is all about how you look, what you wear, how deep you can go into the pose, how many times you can wrap your leg around your neck.
Yoga is not really a commodity that should be marketed in the way that we market other items.
You see that yoga studios are largely located in wealthy areas. So we find that there's a question of accessibility in terms of the image, but also just the simple location.
I'm paralyzed from the chest down. I get around in a wheelchair. Creating an environment that I can get to, where I'm welcomed openly, is the beginning step.
Primarily teach students who would not be comfortable in a traditional yoga class, or most teachers would not be prepared to teach. A lot of those students are blind and visually impaired. They may be kids who have experienced some sort of trauma in their lives.
I now live in Los Angeles and work with persons with traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, and other neurological disorders, including Parkinson's, MS, and CP.
My focus is on the effects of yoga for people living with arthritis, and osteoarthritis in particular becomes more prevalent the longer we're alive. As much as half of older adults are living with arthritis.
The mainstream media has made this a really limited practice by who they show practicing yoga, and in the context they show people practicing yoga, you know, very able-bodied people doing really complicated poses on a rock next to a beach. We push back against images that are stereotypical by creating our own images.
We're trying to make yoga something that is friendly to people who have been traditionally marginalized in the community.
The kind of yoga I teach is yoga on the chair. I've adapted all the mat poses to the chair, but what's different about my chair yoga is levels of flexibility.
We make yoga accessible to people that can't afford it by providing a sliding scale option. Anyone can apply for a sliding scale scholarship. We've never turned away anybody for lack of funds.
I was a yoga instructor already. My practice kind of changed, well, definitely changed as my body changed with the diagnosis of MS. And I evolved my teaching practice as well as my personal practice to manage my healthcare concerns.
Some people in recovery might be drawn towards it just for the idea that they need to get out the house, find different company. They need to do something with the physical body to keep them fit. I like to say I teach yoga with a Scottish accent, so you can come and listen to Yoga of Recovery because it doesn't matter what I'm saying, people just like the accent.
When I first started working with persons with disabilities, I felt really alone in my teaching, and thanks to this conference, I know that I'm not alone.